Oh, well, hello there, you beautiful human, and welcome to your yoga practice. I am Andrea Dawn, and beyond thrilled to be coming to you from our brand new, just finished roof deck here in Guatemala, where my partner and I are building a retreat center. So thank you for joining me. Today's yoga practice is all about working out. And I know that that phrase, working out, can sound counter to yoga or feel triggering to yoga practitioners or instructors. So let's consider this a workout to work in. Sometimes on some days we have time for only one movement practice. So we're going to make it intentional and yoke it with our intention, our attention, and our breath. So let's get started. We'll start in a comfortable seat, ears over shoulders over hips. Take an inhale through your nose. Open your mouth. Interlace your fingers, bring them across the heart. Either take a soft downward gaze or close the eyes. And arrive. Just beginning to really tune into your body and your breath. And allowing the internal dialogue to rest. So this gets to be a time where you are with your physical body, free of interpreting. The interpreting gets exhausting, liking and disliking. And our practice helps us to free ourselves from that part of ourselves that constantly wants to narrate. And we can use the physical aspect of ourself to arrive at more inner aspects of ourselves so that we get to experience all of the peace and the joy and the ease that's available to us. Soft smile to your lips. Flutter your eyes open, circle out your wrists, and here we go. We're going to start standing at the top of the mat. And we're just going to warm up the spine. So let's just start with some trunk twisters, letting the arms be free. Feeling the rotation of the spine. Good, now hands to the hips, circle out the hips. So just a small warm up for the spine, and then we'll get right into it. And then we'll side bend to the left, right arm overhead. Side bend to the right. Back through center, hands up to high prayer, fold forward. So just making sure we touch base with our spine, finding rotation and side bending and circumduction and flexion, and then up to stand, arms out to cactus arms, slight back bend, extension of the spine. All right, hands back up to high prayer. Step your feet so they're about hip width distance, 2 fists width. Fold forward. Plant the hands, step back to your downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. So we're going to move through a yoga flow, but we're going to repeat a lot of the movements to kind of get that, workout feel. All right, let's inhale to lift the right leg. Exhale to step the right foot in between the palms. Now we're going to do a big step up, knee to chest, and then we're going to repeat that. So as you come up to stand, the left knee lifts and the arms go behind you, and then we're going to keep repeating that. And then you could start to see, so we get a little bit of mobility with the arms. When you come up, reach your arms up and then take it back down. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So next time that you're up, stay up. Good. Cross left ankle over right knee, sink down into a figure 4. Keep the left foot flexed. Breathe. So allowing the breath to initiate the movements, that's part of the yoga practice, that yoking of all parts of ourselves. The outer layer of us, our physical, our most dense part is called our Annamaya kosha. And when we start to work into breath, we move into Pranamaya kosha. So by working through the physical aspect of ourselves, we get there. All right, we're gonna come back up to stand. Step left foot behind and outside of right, feet are crossed. Inhale, exhale to fold forward. So in this sciatic fold, let the head hang heavy, maybe shake out the arms. Push through the big toe ball mounds of your feet. Good, now plant the hands and step the left foot back. Anchor it down, windmill the arms up, warrior 2. So for your warrior 2, we're gonna get nice and deep today. So part of this practice is movement and part of it is developing the strength to hold. So we're gonna see if we can sink down, hips are level, shoulders over hips, arms out to a T, gaze over the right middle finger. Maybe sink a little lower. Energy of the feet rotating towards the right. So if your feet were dials, they're rotating. Now we're gonna take it to the back of the mat, and as I do that, I'm gonna windmill my arms. So I'm gonna straighten the right leg, turn the right foot in, windmill the arms. This left arm's gonna circle all the way around and come up overhead. All right, so let's try that again. Warrior 2, circle the arms, lunge at the back of the mat. Good. Now sweep this left arm forward, lift the right leg up to half moon pose. So it's kind of like you're stacking the right hip on top of the left. Now you can choose to hold right here or do some half moon squats. So we bend into the left knee, tap and lift, depending on your balance. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Skandasana front. So I'm going to land my front leg, straighten the left, turn the left foot in, hands come to high prayer as I pivot and squat to the inside of the right leg. Now, depending on you and your practice, you can hold right here, working just lengthening and stretching with strength. Or you can sit your bum down, tap the right knee in towards the midline, and then lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to Skandasana into triangle. So I'm going to straighten this right leg, drop the right hand to the inside, and sweep the left arm overhead. Now I'm going to do some triangle lifts. So think about using your left core body. I'm going to tap, and for me, I'm going to use my fist. I'm going to tap my fist and then lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way up, hands to high prayer. Turn your feet in, wide leg forward fold. We're not going to stay here long. Halfway lift. Heels in, toes out. Hands up to prayer. Squat, goddess squat. So for our squat, we want our knees to be going back. So I'm going to turn my feet out even more, press my knees back, sink the tail down, lift through the heart and chest. All right, now we're going to pulsate for 10, 9, 8, 7, yes you can, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten right back down for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and pivot. Spin onto the ball mound of the left foot. Turn forward. Open the arms up. We're in a high crescent twist. All right, now you're welcome to hold this high crescent twist. Or you can lift and lower. Tap the fingers down of the left hand or the fist or the hand, and then back to your high crescent twist. So up and down, using a strong scissoring action of your legs, core stability for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leave the hand down, step back, side plank. So this right foot might step in front of or on top of the left. I'm in side plank. My left hand is slightly forward of the shoulder. It could be directly under, depending on you. You might stay and hold. This is a lot of work. Or you could dip the hips down. Now, as I do for some shoulder mobility, I'm going to reach the right hand behind the back and dip the hips. And then lift. And we've got 10 here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, nice work, and 1. Into a flow if you're choosing to take it. So into your Vinyasa flow, which could be a chaturanga, to an upward facing, to a downward facing. Lots of different variations. You want to add more. Let's all come down to the knees, and we're just going to do 5 push-ups. Elbows straight back, so yogi push-ups for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to downward facing dog. Nice work. Now to continue facing you, so I'm not facing the back and I'm facing the camera, I'm going to switch the front of my mat. So depending on how you're working, you might do that as well. Back to downward facing dog. Big inhale, open the mouth. Ah. Let it out. Here we go. Inhale to lift the left leg. Exhale to step the left foot in between the palms. Now remember, we're doing that big step up where the knee is coming to the chest. And then we're continuing to work that. Once you kind of got it, then we're going to circle the arms around. All right, we've got another 5, 4, 3. Don't worry if you're not moving at the exact same pace. 2, and 1. Keep the knee lifted. Right ankle over left, figure 4. Smooth out your breath. Notice your dialogue. And while we might not be able to stop the dialogue, we can always make the dialogue more kind, more loving. Good job. Look at you go, girl. Holy moly, look at that balance. You're amazing. All right, let's step the right foot behind and outside of the left, feet crossed. Hands up to high prayer, fold forward. And we have a moment here to dangle. Release the back of the neck. And now step the right foot back, anchor it down, warrior 2. So we're holding our warrior, getting nice and deep in the warrior. Make it uncomfortable, right? Our ability to stay with the discomfort. Our ability to quiet the chatter, to remove all of the I can'ts. Imagine if your mind was only telling you that you can. All right, now we're taking that big windmill towards the back of the mat, right? So I'm straightening the left leg, pivoting, turning, and I'm sweeping the left arm forward, right arm back and up. So if you want to try that again, warrior 2, big windmill. Now this right arm comes up and around, plants out in front, left leg up, half moon. So you might have a prop here, you might be holding on. Balancing might feel like plenty of work. Or we added these squats last time, where we bent deeper into the knee and then lifted. Let's do that for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the left foot back, straighten right, hands to high prayer. We're going Skandasana front. So you might be holding Skandasana, right? Or we worked in a little bit of movement here as well. So you kind of sit down, and then you can reach the hands up to high prayer as you drop the left knee into the midline. And we're going to do 5 of these. That's 4, 3, 2. Last one. This time I'm coming into triangle pose. So I'm going to turn the left foot back forward, straighten the left leg, right hand reaches up. Now using the obliques and the side body, and of course a strong base and legs, to lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Turn the left foot in, hands to high prayer, wide leg forward fold. Where we're not staying, halfway lift, heels in, toes out, up to your goddess squat. All right, this time we're going to play with coming up onto one tiptoe and then the other, back and forth like that. All right, now maybe we come up onto both. And now maybe we lower and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, but we're not quite done. Come on back down and hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs. Turn forward, pivot on the ball mound of the right foot, open the arms up. We're in a high crescent twist where you have the option to stay or lower. Lowering and lifting. Strong legs. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the right hand is going to come down and we're going to side plank. Left foot steps back. It can stack in front or on top. You can hold, or you can do our hip dips. Maybe adding shoulder mobility for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice work. Into a flow. Perhaps. Maybe it's a child's pose. But we're going to add some more of those chaturanga push-ups. So we're going to come down onto our knees. So my knees are behind my hips. Hands a little wider than shoulder width distance. Fingers spread. Rock the heart and chest forward. Bend the elbows lower. Press up. We've got 10 this time. Yes, you can. 9, 8, all the way down. 7, tap your chest. 6, tap your nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Yes. Amazing work all the way down to your belly. Arms out to a T. Bend your knees, circle out your legs. Nice work. Slow down the breath. Circle in the other direction. All right. Hands to chest level. Press up to all fours. And then we'll just sit back onto the heels, fall off onto one side, step the feet around. We're going to do some glute work with our upward facing table. So plant the hands behind you, a little wider than shoulder width. I turn my hands slightly out, turned in, kind of bothers my wrists. And then heels in front of the knees, lift it up. Now, you can either simply lower and lift, right? Or you can extend the right leg. And then we lower and lift from there. Really tap into the left glute. Press down through the left foot. All right, we've got another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, woo! And 1, right foot down, right into the other side. Yes, you can. This is short and sweet. We're almost done. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Just shake out the wrists. Give the hands a good shake. And now we will move right into our triceps. So plant the hands back behind you. We're gonna come back to that upward facing table, and this time bend the elbows. And so instead of making it about your glute, make your arms do the work. When you get to the top, squeeze. Let's test my Spanish. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, squeeze. Another 5, real quick. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Interlace the hands, figure 8 the wrists. Figure 8 in the other direction. Amazing. One more challenge. We're gonna move into our boat pose. So you're gonna start by leaning back onto your sits bones. You can plant your hands, maybe tent your fingers, bring the legs to a tabletop, right? And then extend the legs maybe. And then what we're gonna do is maybe extend the arms, just depends on you, but we're gonna scissor. So we're gonna lower the right and then lower the left. Right and then left. Steady the breath. 2 more each side. Okay, keep the legs lifted. Now we're opening and closing. Use your inner thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're almost there. Low boat, hold. Press your low back into the mat, hold. 10, 9, 8, yes you can. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, hug your knees into your chest. You did it. Nice work. If you have time, do a cool down. Maybe press on one of those other videos. If you liked it, make sure to give it a like and a thumbs up. Let me know what you want in the comments. I'd be happy to create videos that will serve you and your needs. Just let me know what they are. And into our final rest, our Savasana, our corpse pose. Stay here for as long as you have the time. It's your metaphorical death. It's where you get to release all the old habits, all the old patterns, all the old programming, so that you have space to receive, so that you get to align with whatever vibration you are now vibrating at. Always so grateful and honored and privileged to yoga with you. My heart sees and feels and smiles to yours. Namaste, yogis.